So I've wanted to be an author ever since I was a little kid. I've wanted to be an author for so long that I didn't know if I wanted to be an Arthur or an author. Couldn't quite tell the difference between the two. There's a chance I wanted to be King of the Brightons, but that's not entirely likely given that I'm American. At any rate, choosing to be an author was a much more attainable career path for me. Not that being an author is really all that easy of a career path. And I think that's one of the areas where we trip ourselves up as writers. We focus on the idea that it is a career path. And while I still intend to pursue that as my career, it's not necessarily healthy for us. See, all of my mental anguish, my emotional suffering that I've caused myself with my writing has come from my failures to break into the industry. Multiple rejections from literary agents and wondering if my book just wasn't good enough, if I just wasn't good enough. It hurt. And there were times when I was so depressed I couldn't even get out of bed. But it made me lose sight of what I loved about being a storyteller, and that was being a storyteller. I loved the process of writing my first book, putting that pen to paper and writing it out by hand, following that plot wherever it led me, turning it into the computer file, copying it down, and editing it until I had the world crafted the way I wanted. I loved getting to spend time with those characters I had made and that setting I had built. It was one of the happiest things I've ever done. The actual act of writing makes me so happy. And I feel like we all need to remember that it's not about the career, it's about the passion of doing it. We kind of needed Bob Ross for writing. He got to do the joy of painting and teach everyone that they could just enjoy the actual act of painting. You didn't mess up with Bob Ross. You made happy little accidents, and they became part of the painting you were working on. And we can do the same with our writing. We don't have to focus on crafting the perfect narrative, on making everything the most marketable, the most successful. We can just write and have fun with it and enjoy spending time with those characters. And if you're someone who hasn't started writing yet, but you've been thinking about it, and you're worried that maybe what you want to write isn't marketable, isn't going to be successful, don't focus on that. Just focus on the fact that you want to write it. Spend time with those characters. Make them real. Enjoy being their friend. It's such a worthwhile experience.